Yo, yo.
Yo,
what's
Epidemic,
up?
what's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Long time no see.
Haven't seen you in a minute. Okay,
Hey.
check out the coat.
Yo.
French new edition coat. What's up? What's up?
Right
Yo,
off the
check
runway.
it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Milan.
Fashion Week.
You know what I'm saying?
Barcelona.
Hey.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
We international over here.
Hey, let's go. What's up, bro?
What's up,
Haven't
family?
seen you in a minute, man.
Long time no see.
What
Looking
up,
good, bro.
Looking good.
Hey.
You been eating right?
Hey, you right.
Oh no. Oh no. You been eating right? What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Culture Talk. It's your boy, Epidemic.
It's your boy, Mike French.
Listen, man, I just came back from vacation. If you guys checked out episode 3, you noticed I was in London.
London town.
London town, man. Before that, I was in Barcelona. That was cool.
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Hey.
Yo, Barcelona is like the type of place where it's a great place to vacation. But if you can't speak a lick of Spanish, it's over with.
Really?
It's like
That's how
over
you
with.
feel?
Yeah, like I appreciate, you know what, shout out to everybody in Barcelona. I appreciate you guys. You guys let us try, get in the cab, be like, hola, ¿cómo está? And then once they know we fumbling.
Well, it's also like Catalan too, so it's not
It's
all...
also Catalan, yeah.
It's not like...
Oh, they remind you of that, too.
Yeah, they're very
remind you.
prideful.
They're like, what? What do you
Prideful
say?
people.
Anyway, let's get into our first topic of the day. Robert Smith, the first self-made billionaire, black billionaire, he owns a private equity firm, made an announcement last week at a commencement speech that he was going to pay off all student debt for the class of 2019 for Morehouse.
It's crazy.
And
It's crazy.
bro, I've never been so proud. Now,
Wow.
I got a little history here because I've heard of, a lot of people have heard of Robert Smith just because of his news. I've heard of him before in the streets, and I don't mean in the streets, I actually mean in Wall Street because I used to work in finance. And there were a lot of opinions about him. Let's just say that. There was a lot of opinions about him.
I'm sure. I mean,
when you're a billionaire,
yeah.
when you're a billionaire, people got a lot of opinions.
to say.
A lot of opinions about you, man. But like, the way he started off his speech, the way he ended it, just saying like on behalf of him and the 8 generations of his family that's been here.
Wow. On the shoulders.
On the shoulders. Absolutely. And like, it kind of touches on a point of just like student loans in this country.
The burden of student loans.
The burdens of student loans, and this touches the culture. I read a lot of articles about just like, how student loans pretty much affects 44 million people. It's 1.5 trillion in student loan debt in just America. And
Wait, just to put that in perspective, the federal government lends out $1.5 trillion for student loans. That's more than mortgages and credit card debt. Combined.
It's crazy.
Combined.
I thought this was so powerful, man, because what people don't talk about is like, dude, student loans like stifles entrepreneurship, it stifles creativity, because instead of saying to yourself, oh, let me go start that company because, I don't got no debt, I have like, family that, will support me through the hard times of the beginning of starting a company, you have to go and like work that 9 to 5 and pretty much work that 9 to 5 until you can pay off that debt, and then by that
student
time,
loans becomes a priority.
It does.
And especially after graduating from college, because you want to, as a young adult, you want to develop a profile, credit profile. You want to be able to repay these loans. Of course, they have programs to help you along the way, but there is this urgency to start repaying these loans that you prioritize. And then, like you said, it stifles creativity, it stifles entrepreneurship. It literally is like starting the race 10 feet behind when you have student loans, because there are people who graduate and have the privilege to go to school who don't have student loans, and they have that liberty, they have that kind of like license to do exactly how they feel and go about, conducting themselves in the way that they feel is best. And really, their passions are in alignment with their actual passion, you know what I'm saying? So and it's beautiful to see.
Like, it's a self-fulfilling cycle. It's a vicious cycle, because people talk about like all of the tech billionaires, the founders like Mark Zuckerberg or Adam C. I forgot his name, but anyway, the founder of Snapchat, right? Like, these guys, like they were brave. They dropped out of college, but people don't really talk about how they came for some money.
They came for some privilege.
They had privilege.
It's a privilege to be able to
absolutely
chase your dreams without worrying about a roof over your head.
Exactly. then all of a sudden, because they can take more risk, they have more opportunities to accomplish what they did, create what they did, and then venture capital firms, people that invest in companies in early stages, it's a very like, yo, like we need to mimic what's already been successful. And so what's already been successful is like, we see people that look like this, that went to this school, and they're able to, you know, successfully, you know, build a company. We need to invest in people like that. And so that decreases our access to capital even more.
Right,
you know
it further widens the gap. And
further widens the gap. Okay, let's get into our second topic of the day. Rihanna just launched, speaking of just like black businesses, black entrepreneurs, Rihanna just launched Fenty.
And this is a great example of how culture meets fashion. Like,
absolutely.
Rihanna just launched under the umbrella of LVMH a fashion line, and LVMH is the largest luxury.
Wait, it's under LVMH?
LVMH. Bro, what do you mean?
I'm not with it.
Bro, you gotta relax.
Bro, like...
Hold on, let me finish this. So, LVMH is the largest luxury conglomerate in the world. So they own Louis Vuitton, they own Fendi, they own...
it doesn't matter.
But this is what I'm telling you, in the world of high fashion, for them to support a black fashion designer is huge because they've never done that before. One, they're the third fashion house, largest fashion house to hire a black designer in Virgil Abloh. So like they're breaking down barriers. It may not be that she's not doing it in kind with her own money, but to have the infrastructure, the talent behind her of LVMH, the world's oldest and largest luxury conglomerate, they have the confidence in her to be able to
you know what that
start
tells
her
me?
brand.
You know what that tells me?
What?
She just sold herself short.
That's not true, bro.
I don't care what anybody says. Like, the reason why they're not taking a leap of faith. You know what I mean? They saw like how Virgil started his own brand and how that was the future, and they were like, okay, Virgil, come on over. Now they're seeing like Rihanna and they're like, okay, let us support them. Yeah, that's great for the historical brands, but we need to break out and have our own brands. Like, I appreciate the fact that they are supporting, but you know, they benefit from that.
Of course. I mean that's what business is. It's a mutual benefit. But what I'm telling you is the ramifications of having a brand of that stature and that reputation support an artist, a young black woman, 30 years old, launching her own fashion line. The reason why they were able to launch it and why they supported her in doing it is because they were one of the original investors in her Fenty beauty line. They're half partners. Her Fenty beauty line, which made $500 million in its first year, they saw the success that she could create because of who she is and how she markets herself and just her personal aura. And they were like, "Hey, we want to do business with you and launch this and launch this brand." So I mean, on the one side, I see what you're saying, and that was Kanye's.
I feel like it's a crutch.
That was Kanye's approach. Kanye was like, "I want to be," and he ended up partnering with Adidas. The reason why he was making so much noise years ago when he was trying to get Yeezy off the ground is because he would go to like LVMH. He would go to, Caring Group.
Yeah.
And he was like, support me. Who's going to be the Medici family and support me in this creative? I'm a creative. And they were like supporting him in that moment in his career. But this brand, LVMH, and the ramifications of them supporting, like I said, the first black woman, it's the first standalone brand that they've done. So they have Christian Dior, they have LVMH, they have like all these, everything that your favorite rapper is wearing.
Listen,
these brands.
I'm not saying I'm not proud of LVMH. I am.
No, it's not even. I'm saying I'm proud of LVMH. I'm proud of Rihanna and her ability to be the front person.
But okay. So I'm proud of like these historical companies taking a chance on us and also understanding like the talent that we bring. But at the same time, Rihanna has enough money and enough capital.
Obviously, she does
it herself.
That's exactly. Okay, so I think you have to think about it like a startup. The reason why you want to start a business and get these probably traditional venture capitalists to support you, they have the infrastructure, they have the skills, they have the capital, the intellectual capital to help you get your business where it needs to go. So in fashion, there are conglomerates that have been doing this for ages. They own all the manufacturing. They own all the material that you would want in a luxury brand.
But how do we break the wheel then?
Part of breaking the wheel is doing this, in my opinion. It's getting your face out there and someone who looks like us represented in a predominantly white space. If she had not done this deal, there would not have been a black-faced brand called Fenty. And I agree, all white is great.
I disagree. I think
the reason why luxury can be luxury is because these conglomerates, they have monopolies on the factories that can make things luxury.
And I understand that, and I get that. What I'm saying though is like, if we keep, especially when you already have you're supposed to like do this type of business when you're exactly what you said, like a startup. You have no funds, you need that initial equity, right? A lot of times, the way we create wealth is that you can start it yourself, right? Get the numbers, get the data, get the sales going, and then bring in investments, because then that investment is at a lower rate than you would if you just started with them in the first place. So for me, I feel like it's an act of like, she took it at a discount, because like, yo, if you're gonna get them in from the beginning, I understand the pub and I understand like that's gonna launch the brand into something that maybe she couldn't do on her own, but at the same time, like we have to realize like that equity is so important in our vision to like own our own things. Like, you know what, I guess I always look at like a Hove and a Diddy who lean into all their businesses, and it may not be every single artist's intention, right? Like, I don't know. I think maybe she wanted to just own 49.99, right?
Right.
So that she knew somebody else is a little bit more invested.
She has the infrastructure.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
To like, you know, be much of a participant as she wants to be.
And also, you have to think about, she's in the peak of her career. I mean, she's still a recording artist.
Facts.
She's still a touring artist. It's not like this is her only job.
Facts.
So in having a whole team behind her and having that support, it's the most, I think, intelligent way for her to launch her brand. And hopefully she's constructed the deal in a way where she can get more ownership as the deal proves and meets certain metrics. I mean, obviously, you know, she already had this as a formula because her Fenty beauty line was launched under the same structure.
Yeah.
Under the same company.
Yeah.
And the reason why they were willing to do the deal in the first place, again, we can't miss this point. It's the first time a brand like this or a conglomerate like this has launched a brand since 1987 and supporting a new fashion line. So they just don't do this point blank, period.
So I'm gonna just say one more thing and then we can conclude it at that. The reason why Kylie Jenner is now considered a billionaire is because her mom said, yo, how many people are in part of Kylie's business? There are 5 employees. Every single other person is a contractor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is how you create wealth. I have 5 employees at Kylie's Cosmetics, and now she is a billionaire because of that. Because like they put their own money up. I get when you need funding and when you need support, but a lot of people use it as a crutch because they don't want to put in the work. She already has the stardom. She already has the reach. She already has the audience. Like, there was nothing. I didn't know
she didn't have a job.
Bro, I didn't know that LVMH was a part of it until you told me. I thought it would have been just as lit without it. I don't know. I don't like the move personally, but I respect it because, like, she's a businesswoman, and honestly, she's, like, thinking, like, everyone keeps talking about, like, oh, when Rihanna gonna come out with a new song? She's like, yo, I'm building companies. Like, forget that.
She's out here building wealth. She's out here
building wealth.
She's trying to become a billionaire.
It's your boys Culture Talk. We're coming to you every week. I hope you like this episode. Please subscribe if you like us. Please put the thumbs up. You know what I mean? Subscribe. You know,
we need feedback, man.
We need feedback. You know, put some comments on there. Do anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's your boy Epidemic.
It's your boy Mike French.
And we're ready to go. Let's go.